Hi and welcome to a new session about Azure Container Apps. In today's session, we are going to talk about scaling out. Before this, we have talked about authentication. If you want to see the video that I have recorded before this one, and there is a lot of stuff also that I have added. And today we will basically focus on scaling out Azure Container Apps. There is three ways to scale the application: HTTP based on HTTP request, TCP request, or custom based on Azure Service Bus requests or Azure Event Hubs, Apache Kafka, or Redis calls. Today, we'll only focus on HTTP based calls scaling out, and we will see how to do this. This will be the website that we'll be working on. I have deployed this in previous videos, and today, as you can see here, we have only one revision with one replica, and this is our container actually. And what are we going to do is we are going to modify this deployment in order to have minimum number of replica and maximum number of replica based on HTTP rule. So here what I'm going to do is to define the maximum number of replica to 21 and the minimum I will say I will put 2 replica. Okay, and the scale root is going to be HTTP. I will give it a name, so I will choose run maximum HTTP scaling, and the concurrent request I will choose 20 or 15. I will choose 15. So if I receive 15 calls, my numbers of replica will be updated to 21 replica. Great, I will wait until this will be deployed, and later I'm going to use a tool by Microsoft to do a load test. So if I refresh here, I must see 2 replica. This is the minimum number of replica that I have defined. So as you can see, the old revision is being deprovisioned and removed, and the new one with total replica of 2, we will see it right now inside the replicas here if I refresh. So let me refresh the page. It may take a while or a few seconds. Great. As you can see here, this is the minimum of replica that I have defined. Now, as you can see here inside the container, and as I said, I'm going to use Azure load testing in order to do our tests or create fake users. I will create 50 virtual users, and I have already configured this. This is not the subject of this video, but you can use Azure load testing in order to do some load testing. I will run this test that will work for 5 minutes and will create 50 virtual users that are trying to do HTTP requests on our website. As you can see here, the test will start shortly. I will pause for a few seconds because it will take a few seconds in order to be started. So as you can see, it's still provisioning, and right now we are executing the test. Let us refresh. As you can see, the total number of replica is increasing 3, 6, and right now it's more and more. As you can see, let's refresh it. More replica are being added, and if we go to log streams here, we will see here that we have a lot of replicas that are being added. We are having actually 50 users trying to do HTTP requests, as you can see on our website. So we must see 21 replica running right now, because this is the maximum that we have defined for 15 users. So let me go back here and refresh the page. As you can see here, we have the 21 replica up and running. Let's go here. As you can see, the total number of replica is 21 replica. So this is great. It means is our HTTP scaling rule is working fine. The test here is still running. We'll wait for it to finish. I will pause waiting for that. And here we can go and stream the logs from each one of the replica that we have been created. Great. So this is the result of the test, which is still running. As you can see here, we have 50 requests, 50 users that are doing requests from our test run agent. It's still running. We will wait. It's just 5 minutes requests call. We will wait a bit in order to see actually how the application will scale down when this calls finish. Today in Azure in Azure Container Apps, there is no way to create a rule to scale down. So let's see this. This is the server-side matrix. This is mean the matrix from inside the Azure Container Apps. As you can see here, we have the number of requests, the non-requests, and all these results are from the monitoring system from the Azure Container Apps. As you can see here, great. As I said, this is great. The tests have been done, so the tests have stopped, and we will still be seeing 21 replica because today there is no way in Azure Container Apps to define the scale down of the number of replica, but automatically in about 10 minutes the Azure Container Apps will be starting to scale down until having the minimum number of replica. So we will wait few seconds in order to see that number being scaling down. It will take about 8 to 10 minutes, and I think maybe in the future there will be rules about scaling down the replica. Okay, as you can see right now, the number of replica scaled down to 2. If I go to scales and replica, and you can see here not running, and some of them have been in the screen and now they are gone. That means our application now is scaled down to the minimum definition of the replica that we have defined, which is actually great. And like that, we have seen how our application have scaled out to a set number of replica. In the documentation of Microsoft, you can see the minimum number or default value of replica is 0 and the maximum 10. And you can see the documentation. If we try here, for example, to scale, just to show you, to scale the minimum to 0, and as you can see is 0, and the maximum minimum value must be 1. If we try to put 0, we cannot actually do this. This will create an error here, as you can see. So the maximum must not be set to 0, but the minimum is 1. So if we choose 1, which is 1 minimum replica, it will be working just fine. We can set up to 300 replica for a container application. As you can see here right now, we are setting only 1 replica and it's going to be created. As you can see, the max value for both minimum and maximum is 300 replica. Great. As you can see right now, we are waiting for the revision to be created, and on the right, as you can see, the total replica is 1, which actually means the scaling out will be respecting what we have defined, which is 1 replica. Thank you. Thank you again for following our Azure Container Apps videos. If you like, don't forget to share and subscribe. See you in app and next video. Thank you.